Alright, today I'm going to show you how to tie the flash bait fish, and for this fly you will need a hook, which for this one I use a fairly small wet fly hook, or this isn't fairly small, this is actually on the larger end. This is a size 10 wet fly hook. You'll also need thread. I use olive thread because it gives a nice contrast with the copper flash, which I'll be using to tie this fly. You can switch it up with any colors you have, and let's get to it. To begin, take your hook and place it in your vise. As I mentioned, the hook I'll be putting in the vise is a size 10 wet fly hook. Take your thread and begin behind the hook eye. Sorry if I'm being a little weird with this vise. This is a new vise. I've never used a rotary until yesterday. I got this one for Christmas. It's a Renzetti Traveler 2000. And I actually like it a lot. It's going real well. It changes a lot of fly tying. Alright, let's get back to the fly. So you bring back your thread all the way to before the bend of the hook, and then bring it back, adding a small bit of buildup if you want. Take your crystal flash, at least I believe that's what type this is, correct me if I'm wrong on that, and to take a fairly, not a small, but not crazy large pinch on the larger end, about this size for reference. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my thread. So take your pinch of flash, pinch it with your left hand, and tie it in almost as a reversed wing coming off of behind the hook eye. You want it to be facing in front of the hook. You can add more flash if desired. However, I'm going to be leaving this one fairly sparse by just using what I have right here. To form the head, bring your thread to around where you want the head to be. Pull back all of your flash. Push it down to form the head on all angles. This is very similar to a bullet head in the bullet head caddisfly. And wrap around to form your head. You can change the size and length of your head. However, I prefer it to be relatively small but noticeable when in the water. To complete your fly, tie a half hitch or a whip finish knot. I much prefer the half hitch as it's just generally easier. However, half hitch tools will often not fit over the head of this, so I take an end of my deer hair stacker and instead use that. Once you tie one knot, you don't have to worry about your thread coming loose and coming off of the hook. I generally tie 2 knots for extra security. Your fly is now complete, so take a drop of super glue, head cement, or whatever fly adhesive you prefer, and apply it onto the thread and head to prevent it from becoming frayed.